Holy crap, I look like such a fangirl right now. Like, go green, go white. The ghosts come out at night. Or at least in Wonders Hall they do. Hello, people of the internet. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So I've actually made a video on this before 3 years ago, but I didn't like the way that came out. I just looked dusty, crusty. My hair was uneven. It just wasn't it. Anytime I tried to film myself talking about this topic in the past, something weird would happen while filming that would try to prevent me from filming. The first time I tried talking about this topic on camera, random stuff would start falling around my room. The second time, my electricity went out. And then the third time, my camera would just randomly go black. Now, personally, I don't think anything weird is going to happen 3 years later, but we'll see. I tested the waters then. I'm going to still test the waters now, and I obviously hang out with too many white people, and that explains this. So let's continue. Was I haunted because of a guy who died in my dorm's basement for a year? Probably, yes. His name was Neftali Green Jr., a whole Harry Potter-ass spell of a name. Let me not say that. This right here is why ghosts try to beat me up. To say the least, the death was very, very strange. This whole thing happened in September 1999. A student who didn't even live in Wonders Hall was found dead after being locked in the storage room / unused freezer in the basement. Even local police had their doubts concerning the cause of death. It was thought of to be accidental, but they also didn't rule out suicide. And to make things even stranger, some theorize that the death had cult ties to a local church. What local church? I have no clue. Today, students are known to go down to the basement with their Ouija boards and capture strange orbs in pictures. I'm not here to speculate or theorize his death. I'm only here to share my living experiences of Wonders Hall. But does his spirit go around with the students? I think so. Some students, a part of a paranormal club, eventually went down to the basement and used an EMF detector, and it actually resulted in really high spikes. For those who don't know, an EMF detector measures the changes in the electromagnetic field. But when you think about that, there's a lot of storage stuff that could have interfered with it, so it's not that wild that it spiked high. Before I get started on sharing my experiences of being haunted at MSU, I just want to say I was not the only one going through some freaky. There were others, okay guys? It wasn't just me. It was my roommate and a bunch of people on my floor, okay? We were all united on this. I lived in South Wonders my sophomore year at Michigan State, and before this I had lived in Mason Hall, which is in North neighborhood, which is by far the best neighborhood on the campus, but I'm biased. Though North neighborhood was my favorite, I was really excited about living in South because it's a totally, completely different vibe. If you know, you know. And it all started so innocently, like lights flickering in the bathroom. I can't do this. Random stuff flying across the room and the elevator messing up. But then that innocent child play escalated to my roommate's bedside fan and turning itself on without it being charged or having batteries in it. Someone, please, explain that to me. So one night, my roommate was sleeping over a friend of ours' dorm, and I was home alone. It was a school night, so I was just doing homework and chilling around our room. But being the studious student I am, I graduated. But being the studious student that I was, I decided to go to bed early. Before climbing into Mount Everest, also known as my lofted bed, I closed and shut down all the tabs on my laptop, including Netflix and YouTube. Make note. When I was on the edge of sleep, literally on the borderline of being in a coma, Netflix begins to play on my laptop, the last thing that I was watching. And no cap, I almost had a panic attack and hit myself all at once, violently. Like I said before, I had shut down all of my tabs. I specifically remember shutting down everything. My laptop shouldn't have been playing anything. So I gather and muster up all the courage that I possibly can, and I hop down, close the tab, and as I start to climb up, it begins to play what I was last watching on YouTube, which was a Kindle Ray true crime video. And at this point, Neftali is playing with me. He's toying with his food before he eats it and chews it up. So that's when I lost my That was my breaking point. I couldn't sleep after that. So I get down and I start calling people. I'm like losing my mind. And the first person I call was my friend Leslie. And as soon as I start talking to her about the events going on in my room, my speaker falls off my desk. It was nowhere near the edge. It shouldn't have fallen. It didn't make sense. It was out of nowhere. This is not a drill. I'm about to f***ing die. Oh my God, it's happening again. I really gotta throw the whole room away. I gotta get out of here. The ghost doesn't fuck with me at all, and I know that. He's making it crystal clear. So what was my solution? Calling my parents, because who wouldn't call their parents when a ghost is trying to murder them?
You go to your RE and read your Bible. Actually, get a Bible and pray. Just pray. Pray. You know what you do? Say, in the name of Jesus Christ, my Lord, you're be gone.
At one point, my roommate was home when something happened, and we were both trying to go to sleep. He always messed with us when we were trying to sleep. Our room was completely dark. We're both laying in our lofted beds, not on our phones, like about to knock out, when we hear something get loudly picked up and slammed back down on our windowsill. When we turned on the lights, nothing was out of order. So we ignored that warning sign and we tried to go back to bed, and it happens again. But this time it was from the closet. Something gets picked up and slammed down and moved all around. It just sounded like something was going down in our room, okay? That's moral of the story. But of course, when we turn on the lights, nothing was out of order once again. My light just died. Was my light dying a sign to stop filming and that Naphtali's pissed off? Probably, but I'm gonna continue. I am being so serious right now when I say this. The ghost physically harmed me. I know how that sounds, but my roommate was even in the room when it happened. Granted, before it happened, I was talking, and rule number 1 is not to taunt the ghost. So what did I do? The opposite. I was laying in my bed, chilling on my phone, and my roommate was off at her desk doing something, and all of a sudden I feel this burning sensation in my hand. And when I look down, there's this paper cut on the palm of my hand. Someone please. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Like, someone please explain that to me. I'm not, that was literally the freakiest thing that has ever happened to me in my life, and I've been through some freaky stuff. I've seen. As I said at the beginning, we were not the only people being bamboozled. Other people on our floor were having freaky stuff happen to them too. One girl on my floor reported that one day she was coming home and she heard something like talking or singing in her room. And when she came in, no one was home. Her roommate was gone and her suite mates were gone. So who? What? A guy on my floor came home and his chocolate or something was on the floor, or like snacks, and his mini fridge was unplugged. Like, that's him. That's our guy. If for anybody wondering, I lived in South Wonders on the 6th floor. When you get off the elevator, I lived on the left side, and I can't remember what room number I was. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for anybody who lives there or is planning on living there or whatever it may be. Other than it being haunted and being threatened to get possessed the entire year, I think I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Wonders isn't the only dorm, let alone only place on MSU's campus that is haunted. We were voted, I'm pretty sure, number 13 on most haunted campuses in the United States. So go green, go white, baby. You gotta show that school pride, you know. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll come back around and make more videos on haunted places on MSU's campus. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you are currently living Wonders or have lived in Wonders in the past and have had weird shit happen to you, please comment down below your experiences, or anywhere on MSU's campus. I would love to read them and possibly share them, so who knows. Again, thank you for watching. Namaste. Have a nice day, guys.